On a couple of the boys that we saw last week, Cripps and Everett, how have they come up?
Look, they've trained reasonably well this week. As you know, they've got one more session to complete, and we've got match committee this afternoon, so we'll decide on them then.
You look like you could have a pretty close to your strongest team this year. That must give the guys a bit of confidence. 6 really strong ins potentially.
Potentially, I think as we sit, there's going to be between 7 and 9 guys that have had less than 50 games experience tomorrow night, which is really exciting for us because we know that a fair bulk of them are going to provide us with our future, and it's a big stage for them, and it's exciting for the club.
I guess maybe earlier this year the club was possibly dreading Friday nights the way it was going, but is it turned around now? It's like the big stage, and because there just seems to be that enthusiasm around the club that wasn't there earlier now.
Yeah, well, we don't dread Friday nights. We look forward to them. They're exciting times. The footy world watches, and we're keen to rise to that occasion.
Does it make that a bit more important, though, given some of those Friday nights earlier this year were not great nights for the club, that you really do perform tomorrow night?
We're just going to keep looking forward, Julian. We are excited about our future. We're excited about the fact that there's a lot of young guys playing good footy at the moment and helping drive some of the change here.
Bryce Gibbs is back, JB. You happy with that? Bryce Gibbs?
Bryce Gibbs is back, very happy with that, yes.
What did you make of the Ted Richards decision, given what Gibbs went through?
Really disappointing for Bryce. Really disappointing. He missed 2 games of football on the back of a decision. So, look, disappointing. I might have to leave it at that.
Are you confused though? Seriously, a lot of people have had their say on it. Are you clear with what's right and what's wrong?
There's been a lot of really smart, experienced football people talk about the confusion between the 2 tackles, so I probably don't need to add to that. Ken Hinckley yesterday was a little bit confused as well. We saw clarification. We were really clear after Gibber was given his suspension as to what the issues are and the foundations are for those sort of tackles. And then when the decision comes on the weekend, look, we've sought clarification, we're still confused. It'll take a better man than me to coach the discrepancy between those 2 tackles.
So what do you tell them?
Oh, look, they're obviously private conversations, but they're working through the situation as best they can, given the scenario that's occurred. And, it is what it is, and we'll move on. Bryce plays tomorrow night, and we're looking forward to him being part of it.
Does it need to be sorted now, though? I mean, Mark Evans suggested they might do it at the end of the year, but there's plenty of footy left in this year, and players need to know what they can and can't do.
Clarification is massive in football, regardless of what part of footy you're in. Coaching, playing, you need clarity on what you can and can't do.
Without going through the exact ins and outs, what do you tell your players then, coming into a game this week, about that specifically, what you can and can't do?
Oh, look, we won't talk. We don't really talk too much about that. In terms of coaching, we want to be aggressive with our tackling. Obviously, player welfare was paramount at one stage. We're hopeful that's still the case. But we need to be aggressive with our pressure on the opposition, and we need to be strong when the ball's in dispute.